What's going on, MSFers? Duelim here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to get more intel 100% free to play, super easy. You can get like 200,000 intel in about 10 minutes. So yeah, make sure you stick around for that one. We're also going to be looking at Reddit and looking at some issues in game that I didn't even really think about until I read this specific post. So let's get in it. We're also going to be talking about more free stuff as well towards the end. So you're welcome. Free things. I'm just a giver. But Battle World isn't 1 year old and the store is already outdated and everyone is swimming in thousands of currency. And I actually agree with this. In game, you can see right now, I have almost 700,000 currency. And right now we only have Jean and Hercules in there. Before we had some absolute A-Force members in there. And Liberty went to bumps, but we didn't get Liberty put into this store. And I don't know why. We asked about it, and it really felt like we were speaking like Korean to the developers, and they had no clue what we were talking about. And then the conversation just went dead. So I really have no clue why we don't have Liberty in here, because I'd love to spend my 700,000 currency on something useful or just something at all, because they clearly aren't going to put any sort of Gear 20 in here, because the same problem with every other store that they've had is, hey, you don't put anything good in the store ever, so we're going to hoard credits, and now you can't put anything good in the store because we're going to buy it until we are literally inundated with character shards, Gear Tier 20, whatever they put in here, it's going to be gone immediately. Which is the reason why they're getting rid of a bunch of the shops when it comes to war currency, crucible currency, and stuff like that. But the Battle World store is here to stay, so I see this problem just continually getting worse, and I am going to send this to the developers so that they can see the smoke signal a lot earlier than they did with other problems and make sure this does not happen with the Battle World store as well. Next up, are you kidding? When it comes to Psychic Cataclysm. So the Psychic Cataclysm rewards are 3 skins I already have. Pardon my French, but this is bullshit. Scopely, if you read this, I'm not going to say that out loud because YouTube doesn't like that. You wonder why you're losing 8K players a month. Another middle finger unreal. And I agree with this. I actually don't really mind the rewards being nothing. I really don't. It is skins that we all have, right? So that's definitely a thing. So the rewards are the skins here, and then the ranking is going to be for the Dark Xavier skin here. So the red tint, which I personally think looks really cool. I actually really like it. But the main milestone is going to be skins that we got from the 7th anniversary here. And this was mainly from the Twitch drop. So a lot of people have not watched Twitch or don't watch Twitch, and I get it. But you definitely should watch Twitch because that's where you're going to see a lot of your favorite content creators who make YouTube videos also stream live. And they're going to, you can see kind of the behind the scenes behind videos. You're also going to see planning for crucible attacks and stuff like that, like what I do. But my main issue with Psychic Cataclysm is I can't fucking play it. And that's a problem, because guess what? Once again, we're going to pay gate content because this is an end game event requiring characters at Gear Tier 20. If you're requiring characters at Gear Tier 20, we're getting ranty again, everybody. We're getting ranty. If you're requiring characters at Gear Tier 20, then why in the holy hell is there a difficulty slider that goes from level 1 all the way to level 21? This is a perfect time. At level 1, require no gear tier. Level 2, gear tier 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. So if I have some characters at gear tier 18 or gear tier 19, I can do the level 19 difficulty. And then at level 20, you make it so it requires gear tier 20. Or don't even require gear tier 20. Just make it scaled for gear tier 20. And guess what? You can even use your shiny new overpowered system to make it so I get my dick slapped at Gear Tier 20, at difficulty 20 without having Gear Tier 20, because you now have overpowered in PvE. Why don't you use your shiny new toy that you've been shoving down our throats? It's not that difficult, right? It's something that you've wanted in the game, so why don't you use it to your advantage instead of telling me the content that I can and can't play after deliberately saying that we're not going to have any pay-gated content? It's absolutely disgusting in my opinion, and we're going to move on before I get too animated. Next up, PSA. 10 for 10 offers. That's right. We've got some pretty awesome 10 for 10 offers. So if you go in game here, you go to the offer section and you scroll almost all the way down. We have some 10 for 10 offers. And what these are is essentially you get an offer, but it only costs you 10 cores. How far down do we have to scroll? Good Lord, how many trash offers are there? All right, we're almost there, I swear. The 10 for 10 offers start here. So we get a whopping 10 level 4 training materials. So I know you guys have been clamoring for that. That's awesome. This is going to be for completing the Dark Dimension saga, not Dark Dimension, but the Professor X saga. This is Johnny's celebration here. So we're going to start claiming all of these. So we get 10 L4 training materials, which do absolutely nothing. Let's see what else we got. We got 10 gold orbs, also going to do absolutely nothing for my account. Let's see. It does get better, actually, so that's kind of nice. And then we've got 10 training orbs. Wow, that's going to do nothing as well. Cool. But then we actually get to the better rewards of this, and it's actually pretty good. It's the Path to orbs, so we're going to get 10 of the Path to Havoc orbs. We're going to get 10 of the Path to Daredevil Modern orbs, the Silver Sable orbs, and even the Hitmonkey orbs. So I'm going to claim all these, and if I remember at the end of the video, I'm actually going to open all these and see if I get anything good from Scopely, or if it's just going to be another middle finger. It'd be interesting to see. But for the main part of this video, to get more intel, I think that's the last one, how to get more intel. So we're going to go over and we'll look at the last Reddit post. We hear you need more training materials, and knowing so, we added them to the intel store for a super limited currency, where the only place you can acquire Gear 20 minis. So I know a lot of people have been complaining about the new blog that came out regarding currency conversion, because they're also removing it from the arena store. So yeah, that's not great. I'm really concerned. I hope in the legacy currency, they're going to be doing L3 training materials and doubling the amount that we were getting from the arena store, so it's kind of a 1-to-1 ratio, but I honestly do not know. So I'm going to show you guys how to master the command center and get more intel. So if you go into the command center here, you see the objectives here are going to be using intel in the intel store, and this is going to be getting you to unlock Quasar a little bit faster. And some of the objectives here are like battle and raids with Silver Sable or battle and raids with Daredevil. And these are super, super easy to complete. All you have to do is go into the Spotlight raids, or, go into the Spotlight raids. Let's see, where are the Spotlight raids? Ours are already done, so that's awesome. So let's go into the Spotlight raids. We're going to preview it, and then the first 2 nodes here are just requiring 5 characters. So what I did, I literally went in with Silver Sable, I went in with Daredevil, and then I also went in to complete another objective in the command center, which is using the Thunderbolt teams in raid. Now you're saying, hey, I only have the 2 reworks. Very true. All I did was went to the Spotlight raid, did the exact same thing. Went to the first node that requires 5 characters, and you went in with Daredevil, Silver Sable, Ghost, Taskmaster, and it doesn't matter for the 5th. You click launch, you go into it, you load in, you end the match, and you hit lose match. And that counts for playing a raid battle for your Thunderbolt characters, as well as Silver Sable and for Daredevil, and this will work for Hitmonkey as well. Now, if you're not on when your alliance does start the raids and maybe these nodes aren't available, there are 2 other options here. You have the boss node about halfway through that requires 5 characters that you can all do that on, and the final boss as well that requires only 5 characters. So you can do the same thing on all of those. So make sure you're getting with your alliance to make sure you guys can all max that out immediately, because it gets you a lot of intel. You see here, that's the wrong one. You see here, we have the 10 raids with Silver Sable, 100,000 intel. 10 raids with Daredevil, another 100,000 intel. And then if we look at the Harbinger for the weekly event, use Thunderbolt team in raid is going to get you 50 milestone points, and 50 milestone points is going to get you, what, another 15,000 intel, I actually might be able to finish this entire objective reward structure that I didn't think I was going to when I talked about the intel store initially. So that is a super easy way to get all the intel without having to worry about buying the new characters, because you could just do it and sack those nodes, because in the spotlight raids, we don't have to worry about energy, because I never have energy problems in the spotlight raids. So make sure you're doing that to get all the intel so you can buy the training materials in that intel store that Scopely wants to make sure you're getting. No, I would not recommend doing this. I would recommend continually buying what's in the arena store just like this every single day. And before the currency converts over, I would open all of your arena orbs to make sure you're getting the best value. And then hopefully the value isn't great, but in the intel store, do not buy L4 training materials. I would just go with gear tier 20 pieces and work on the characters you really need, like skill characters first, which is what I am doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. That was awesome. I hope you really enjoyed that intel trick, because it really helps me out. You see why I have 200,000 intel right now, and I've been kind of picky with what I'm buying in the store. I'm trying to buy in order and get skill first, but I hope this helped you guys out. Until next time, this has been Duelim. Later, MSFers.